Wishbone, what's this you're dreaming of? Such big imagination on such a little pup. What's the story, Wishbone? Do you think it's worth a look? It kinda seems familiar, like a story from a book. Shake a leg now, Wishbone, let's wag another tail. Sniffing out adventure with Wishbone on the trail. Come on, Wishbone, what's the story, Wishbone? What's the story, Wishbone? What's the story, Wishbone? What's the story, Wishbone?
I got it! Here you go.
Thanks, Wishbone.
Hey, can I shoot now? Joe?
Hey, how about a game of hoops?
Not now. We've got to finish these math problems. Hey, what'd you get on problem 5?
Wow, 2036?
How? I got 24.7 on problem 5.
This guy has scored 2,036 consecutive free throws.
Oh, I guess you didn't do problem 5.
Hey, does this thing have a section on food?
86, David.
86? On what problem?
86 consecutive free throws in 5 minutes. That's all I'd need to hold the record for any kid under 16. Then I'd be in the Encyclopedia of World Records.
Do you really think it's possible?
Sure. Everybody in this book has done something incredible, and I want to be one of them. I want to do something nobody else can do. Something impossible.
Yes! Try for the impossible, Joe. Take the leap, and I'll jump with you. We'll be just like Don Quixote and Sancho Panza. Don Quixote and Sancho Panza are the main characters in the book, Don Quixote, by Miguel Cervantes. Ooh, I like that. It was written in 2 parts, the first part in 1605 and the second part in 1615. The story starts out in the quiet countryside of La Mancha, Spain, where Don Quixote lived. When Don Quixote had nothing to do, which was most of the time, he took to reading. He read everything he could find about medieval knights and their fantastic adventures. His imagination was filled with tales of famous challenges and tournaments, battles with giants and other enchanted creatures, damsels in distress.
Good morning, Senor. It's time to eat breakfast.
Uncle, you have to eat something. It's time to put down the book.
Yes. Time has come to put down the book and to take up the sword.
Uncle, what are you talking about?
From this day forward, I shall be known as Don Quixote de la Mancha. I shall right every wrong, search out every possible danger, but I shall emerge victorious.
Why don't you have a little breakfast first?
I shall be crowned with eternal fame and honor for my noble deeds. One day, a book shall be written about my adventures, the exploits of the great Knight of La Mancha. But first things first, I need my armor.
But, Uncle, you know the stories in these books are not true.
Trust me, there are no knights in this day and age. Chivalry is dead, and that's for sure.
I was born to revive the order of knighthood. Leave me alone, please. I must prepare to sally forth into the world.
A certain Sancho Panza to see you, senor.
Splendid.
Part-time, full-time, salary, benefits?
I need someone to be my squire.
All right. I have one question. What's a squire?
A squire is an assistant, a helper. As a knight, I'm about to embark on great and marvelous adventures. I need someone like you to look after things, to help me with my armor, take care of the provisions and the food.
Food? Did you say I'll be in charge of the food?
Yes.
Oh, I am gonna like this job.
Every knight needs a lady to whom he dedicates his brave deeds. You and I will serve the lady Dulcinea el Toboso.
This Dulcinea el Tabasco, whatever, does she live around here?
No. She lives in a distant castle. She is the inspiration for everything I do.
Wow.
Are you interested in the position?
What about raises, promotions? Any chance for advancement along the way?
You must know, friend Sancho, that it is always the practice for a knight to win a kingdom and then to give it to his squire to govern. I promise if you stick with me, you will get your own kingdom someday.
All right! Sign me up for the kingdom plan!
I must warn you, some of these adventures will be dangerous. I shall have to fight off giants and dragons. You must not help me in these fights. Only a knight is qualified to do battle with the forces of evil.
Okay, let me see if I got this straight. You handle the dragons, and I handle the snacks.
That's my offer.
Deal! Let's hit the road! All right, who wants to play with the cute little dog?
How's the math going?
Uh-oh. Homework patrol! We're busted!
We're kind of taking a break. Sort of.
Well, just for this afternoon, I want you to stop thinking about world records and concentrate on getting ready for your math test tomorrow.
My record's not so good in math.
Well, just do your best. Study. And then you can work on the world record in free throws.
Hey, you know what? If you did set the record, I bet you would drive DeMont and Jones crazy.
Is DeMont giving you a hard time, Joe?
You know DeMont. He's always on my case. Anything I do, he has to do better.
But at least you know you're not in competition with him, even if he doesn't know it. Okay, you guys, back to the math. I want to see proof of studying in 1 hour. Oh, and don't forget, Wanda wants to interview you. She's doing an article for the Chronicle about your record-setting event. She's very excited.
Defense! Defense! I smell danger.
Okay, Joe, I know you're in training, so I'll just ask you a couple of quick questions.
Why don't you talk to me? After all, I'm the one who made him what he is today.
Joe, what's it like to be making your dream of getting into the Encyclopedia of World Records come true?
It's pretty good, I guess. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. This is big, Joe. Very big. You're going to be famous. You're going to go down in history.
I think I better practice, Miss Gilmore.
Of course. I'll just watch. Go ahead.
It's okay, Joe. Just gotta relax. You can't psych yourself out. You gotta see yourself doing it right every time.
Yeah, you've got to visualize it.
Okay, buddy. Stay loose. Stay cool. Keep your eye on the prize.
You ready?
Yeah.
Set. Go.
Visualize. Like Don Quixote. He could see things that no one else could. So, are we there yet?
Fortune has smiled upon us. Look yonder, Sancho.
Huh?
An army of outrageous giants. I will fight and overcome them all for the honor of my lady Dulcinea el Toboso. It will be my first great victory.
Maybe I'm missing something here, but what giants?
Right in front of us. Those creatures waving their enormous arms.
I don't see giants. I see windmills.
I tell you, they are giants. Stand back while I engage in dreadful combat.
Don Quixote?
Stand, cowards! Fly not from this single night!
Uh-oh. That's a couple of cracked ribs, at least. Don Quixote! Are you all right? I told you it was a windmill. You can't fight with a windmill.
You don't understand, Sancho. Some cursed enchanter changed the giant into a windmill in order to rob me of my glorious victory.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
But as long as there's life, there's hope.
Yeah, no guts, no glory.
I must get up and go looking for the next adventure. But there's one problem.
What's that?
I don't think I can get up.
You don't need to. Just walk this way.
Yeah. My helmet. Destroyed in battle. I vow to replace this shattered helmet with a better one.
A good helmet is hard to find. They just don't make them like they used to.
Mark my words, Sancho. I am the knight who will recapture the golden helmet of Mambrino.
Time for a picnic.
Look, Sancho, coming toward us.
Oh, I hope it's dinner.
Tell me what you see.
Okay, don't tell me. It's a guy with a bow on his head.
No, it's the golden helmet of Mambrino.
Oh, yeah.
Stand back, Sancho.
Oh, boy. Here we go again.
Go no further, vile wretch. Surrender Mambrino's helmet to a true knight of valor.
I'm just a barber on my way to the nearest village.
Surrender the helmet!
Well, what helmet?
Okay, time out. Don Quixote, let me see if I can work a deal here. Look, he wants that thing on your head.
This is just a bowl. It's my barber's basin. It's old. It's cracked. It's junk. He can have it.
Thanks. It means a lot to him.
Place the helmet on the ground between us, and I shall spare you from combat.
It's yours.
You may go in peace.
Bye. It was nice meeting you. You know, I could see pasta in this bowl, or a salad. Ooh, better, fruit.
I shall strive to be worthy of this golden helmet.
Well, there you go. One man's bowl is another man's helmet.
Stop time.
Yes, 80. Awesome.
Incredible. A world record in the making.
I taught him everything he knows.
And we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe. Nothing but net.
What are you doing here, Demont?
Well, I figured if you really wanted to practice, you'd need me here.
What makes you think I'd need you?
Joe, don't you want to see how you do with someone like me in your face?
This doesn't have anything to do with you, Demont.
Oh, really? Well, I just heard that Joe's not going to be the only one going for a record tomorrow.
What are you talking about, Demont?
I'm talking about setting a world record for consecutive free throws in 5 minutes. And I'm going to be the one to do it. See you tomorrow, Joe.
Uh-oh.
The news is fast breaking. A new challenger has appeared on the scene. Joe, do you have any comment about this recent turn of events? How do you feel about your new rival on the court?
Can't believe it. He just had to get in on this. He just had to make it harder.
Don't worry about him, Joe. Come on, you can do it.
We'll all be there for you.
That's right, buddy. We're your biggest fans. Me especially. Don Quixote and Sancho Panza became famous throughout Spain. Everywhere they stopped along the road, people had heard of them. But everybody loved to hear of their strange adventures.
First, we came across an outrageous giant.
It was a windmill.
It was a giant.
Windmill.
Giant.
Okay, it was a giant that looked like a windmill.
Who's telling this story? You or me?
Sorry. Go ahead. It was a windmill. Ooh, never mind. You talk. I'll eat.
I am honored to be in your gracious presence, my lady.
He may not be the best looking knight, but he's certainly the most noble. I'm his squire, you know. Meanwhile, Don Quixote's niece and housekeeper wanted him to come home. They called in an expert to help them.
Senor Carrasco, I think he's lost his wits. He truly believes that he's living out the life of a knight errant. But really, he's just making a fool of himself.
So, how can I help you?
You've been to the university. You're smart and clever.
You can think of a plan to bring him back home.
You say he won't listen to reason?
No.
But he does believe in these books. He does try to follow all the codes of honor as if he really were a knight out of one of these stories.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And I think I have an idea. I shall have to play a trick on him.
What do you mean?
Don't worry. I will find your uncle, and I will bring him home. I will beat him at his own game.
Oh, look who's here.
May the best man win.
Okay, you two. Let's shoot some free throws. Afternoon, Miss Talbot. Joe, Demont, you ready to give it a try?
I am Coach Menendez.
Mr. Kim here agreed to be the other witness.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. If you don't mind.
Go ahead.
All this excitement is making this little sidekick hungry.
You Don Quixote de la Mancha.
I am he.
Do you serve the lady Dulcinea el Toboso?
I do. With all my heart. Dulcinea el Toboso is the fairest, purest lady in all the land.
I tell you, she is not.
I tell you she is. She is not. She is.
Oh, no. Don't get him started.
You must prepare to defend the honor and reputation of the lady you serve.
I will gladly fight for it.
Whoever loses this challenge must submit himself to the demands of the victor. If I win, Don Quixote, you must do whatever I say.
But I shall not lose. Sancho, prepare to watch my glorious victory in the name of Dulcinea el Toboso.
Don Quixote, one word for you. Windmill! One for the home team!
I am victorious. You must swear that the lady Dulcinea el Toboso is the fairest, purest lady in the land.
I swear it.
I am satisfied. I will spare your life. You may go now. Come, Sancho. We must continue our journey.
This calls for a celebration. Let's stop at the next inn for dessert.
I will not be beaten by a madman. I will challenge you again, Don Quixote. This time, it's personal.
Time.
How'd I do?
80. Excellent. But not enough to beat the record of 85. All right, your turn now.
Come on, Joe. You can do it. Come on, Joe. You can do it. Come on, Don Quixote. You can do it. Come on, Don Quixote. You can... Haven't we done this already?
Prepare to meet your doom, Don Quixote.
Okay, you guys know the rules. Shake hands and come out jousting. Boy, this is hard on the nerves. Don Quixote! Buddy! Pal! I'm coming! Back off, you big bully!
Don Quixote de la Mancha, you are vanquished. You must swear that Dulcinea el Toboso is not the best lady in the land. If you do not swear it, I will take your life.
Then take my life, for I will not dishonor the name of Dulcinea. I choose an honorable death over a cowardly life.
I will spare your life on this condition. You do not have to dishonor your lady's name. Instead, you must return home at once. You must lay down your arms, take off your armor, and retire from knighthood.
I will do as you say, as long as you agree that the reputation of my beloved Dulcinea remains unharmed.
It is agreed. I am satisfied. Go home, Don Quixote, and live a quiet life.
Time. Well, you certainly beat the record for today. You got 81. But I'm afraid you'd have to have at least 86 to beat the world record as it stands. I'm sorry, son. You were very close.
You were great. But I didn't do the impossible. I'm not going down in history or anything. I'm not extraordinary.
Hey, you don't have to perform impossible feats to be extraordinary. Just live your life. Life is an ongoing adventure. And when something doesn't go exactly the way you hoped, you just have to be brave enough to go on to the next thing.
Sorry, Miss Gilmore. You don't have much of a story to write.
I certainly do. You followed through on your dream. You didn't buckle under the pressure. The agony of defeat and the thrill of victory in the same moment. It's a great story.
Well, Sancho, this is the end of the road.
Really? You mean this is it?
I have given my word.
Well, we've had our ups and downs, but it's been great.
Perhaps when we return home, we could try another profession.
Something as fun as being knight and squire?
We could start a new kind of life. We could become shepherds.
Shepherds?
Yes, I've done some reading about it. According to the books I've read, shepherds live in the fields free as birds.
I could get into that.
We're going to be shepherds. We must have the right kind of names.
Ooh.
I'll call myself Quixote. And you can be Ancino.